And for the tube, say what up, tube.
What up, tube?
Hi.
Hey, hey. All right, and last but certainly not least, rescan audio devices. Don't need to worry about the audio mixer. And for the pod, in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to another episode of
Business
Bros. And I just realized that I didn't give Anna the rundown.
You sure didn't.
Oh, well.
All right, you want to try that again? You want to do that with us?
Okay, am I supposed to do that?
Yeah.
Business Bros.
Business
All right, ready?
Bros.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Business Bros.
There you go.
There it is.
That's always fun with our guests. Everybody does it. It's our call sign.
All right.
It totally is.
If we were superheroes, that's how you would get a hold of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to be able to hit the note, though.
Well, you can go deep. Business Bros. It doesn't matter how you do it. It's just the long O's. All right, ladies and gentlemen, happy Saturday. We got a unique episode for you guys today. We thought we'd go live. We thought about recording it, thought about going live. Screw it. We're going Facebook Live. And
like always.
We want to let you all know that we have reached our shoe count and above.
Let me stop you. You didn't introduce it, right? But
Oh, sorry. Didn't do my
But
introductions.
you know what? Keep going. My
Keep
bad.
going.
All right, we hit
later.
our goal and we went above the goal.
We went and exceeded 365 pairs of shoes. But if you guys still have shoes, new shoes, used shoes, or you want to donate cash, hit James up 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com. Remember, we're in the insurance business. So if you need life, health, commercial, general liability, whatever it is, hit James up. He'll help you out with that. Or maybe you want to add insurance into your particular business. We do all the heavy lifting for you. So all you got to do is hit up James 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com. We'll help you figure that part out. Show sponsor for today is going to be dronequote.net. Make sure you guys go to dronequote.net/business bros to start your solar shopping there. That's where you start. Then they're going to send your information to solar companies and roofing companies. You sit back, pick a quote that works for you. That's how you get the show started. That's how you take advantage of the sun rays so that they turn into dollar bills in your pocket. No more paying the energy companies a ton of money. Get your solar done today. dronequote.net/business bros. Okay, now we can do the intros.
I guess. I mean, you're like all over the place now.
It's Saturday, dude.
I know.
Like,
It's such a Saturday show. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, today's special guest on the podcast has gained a special place in our hearts.
Aww.
As a teacher of English as a second language out in Italy, she spent the past 2 weeks as a guest in the Business Bros home on an exchange program. And as more than just a house guest, this wonderful lady has become part of our family. She's been on multiple adventures here in the States with us, brought us a bunch of goodies from Italy, including delicious Prosecco and panettone, and will be hosting Mrs. Business Bro next year in Northern Italy. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, that's right.
So, here to tell her story all the way from Crocetta de Montebelluna.
No, Crocetta del Montello, Montebelluna.
That's what I said. Please welcome Miss Ana Fornari.
Hey,
welcome to the show.
You did it with the Italian accent.
I tried.
That was good. You rolled your R's just
Fornari.
fine. Yeah, good,
Fornari.
yeah.
Wow.
Welcome, Ana. Thank you so much for jumping on the show.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
We wanted to take this opportunity to, just kind of get, let the audience get to know this person that's been, like I said, become part of our family and gain a special little place in our hearts.
I have to say a fantastic family as well. They have opened their homes and embraced me, so that's great. Yeah.
And it's been fun.
It has.
What's been probably the coolest thing you've seen in San Diego so far?
The coolest thing. Oh, I don't know. That's a hard one because I've liked everything so far. Well, I really liked the zoo. We went to San Diego Zoo, which I thought was really nice. Well organized. Animals are well kept. So that was good. Balboa Park was really special as well. I really liked that. I just liked the whole area because I had been to Los Angeles before, and I kind of thought that San Diego was going to be kind of like that. But I was very surprised to see that it's not. It's still a really livable city. So I really I really like San Diego. As a matter of fact, I keep saying I could live here.
Of course you could.
I could live here. But I think all of my students are saying that as well. So
is there a huge weather difference, like compared to where where you're coming from?
Yeah, I mean, you guys keep telling me this is winter, and I'm like, this is not winter. So yeah, in Italy we have very definite seasons, and in fact, if anybody's been watching the news right now, we've had a lot of rain over there, and Venice is kind of sinking underwater. So, if anybody over in Venice is listening to me, get out there and give them a hand to clean up, because they've had some very, very high water.
Isn't Venice always underwater?
No, it's not. It's not. I mean, we do have occasions where the water level will rise, but it hasn't risen this high. I think it hit the 190 centimeter mark right now, and that hasn't happened in about 60 years or something like that. So it's been, and it's getting worse. So things need to change over there. But anyway, big hello to all my friends out in Venice. Let's hope that they're getting things cleaned up and the rain is gonna stop.
Well, we are.
For those of you wondering, that's about 6.2 feet.
Sorry. Yeah,
had to convert it to American, huh?
Yeah, definitely. We don't know the centimeters and meters junk on standard system. What's wrong with you Europeans?
Yeah.
We're like the only country in the world that doesn't use the metric.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, no, Canada still has both. Everywhere you go, they still have pounds and kilos, so you get both.
Well,
so
we got both too. We use Google
sometimes.
Right?
Yeah.
That's literally what I did.
See, Google did. That works every time.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so I gotta ask.
Yeah,
you've tried a lot of different food.
Mm-hmm.
Which one are you gonna go back and brag about?
Well, almost certainly the Mexican food, because I mean, I'm used. If I make Mexican at home, I usually get the packaged things, and so here I've learned, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm gonna try it. I've learned how to make tortillas, and so almost certainly I'm gonna go home and try Mexican food.
At your own pace, like
wait.
Yeah,
did my mom come over and teach you how to make tortillas?
No, I got the recipe from Nan here.
Oh, okay.
Well, he gave me his mom's recipe, so that
Gotcha.
I gave you what goes into it.
Yeah.
Mom has a special way of doing it.
For
So
sure.
we got to put you in like a video chat or something. And
then, probably.
Maybe we should do like have mom do like a tutorial. We'll do like an online thing.
Dude.
Put her on a video chat and like, this is how we're gonna make tortillas today.
Yeah,
I
would
get
be
the
a good
feeling,
idea.
I get the feeling though that I'm just not sure mom would be into that, because that's like a
giving away
tradition, man.
secrets.
It's her own. Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Well,
We'll
maybe
see.
she'd do it for me. I'm part of the family. Come on.
Right?
Yeah, no. She'll do it for you, but I don't know about
going live and showing everybody. Well, here's the thing though.
But have you seen that abuelita though? That's going live on YouTube and sharing all her recipes, and she's actually cooking on a big stove, like a I don't know, in-ground stove, like what mom grew up with.
Yeah. Well, see, but that's the thing. It's like you have to share these things.
Yeah.
And we live in an age where you
have to.
Think about it like this. Making tortillas is not easy, even if you know the ingredients.
Yeah.
Like mom spends a day, like just making the masa and then rolling them up in little balls and then mashing them out and cooking them and then packaging them. Like it's a process.
And the tamales too. I tasted tamales here too from your mother-in-law, and they were so good, especially the strawberry ones. I had first I'd never tasted a tamale, and then to even have a strawberry one, that was pretty awesome. Yeah.
What about you had a couple different kinds of tacos?
Yeah, I like those too, and those are pretty different as well. I've not, have not had like real tacos, Mexican tacos before. So yeah, certainly the Mexican food I'm gonna go home and try again. I've made some stuff like that at home, but following a recipe off of Google or something like that, and definitely didn't turn out quite like what I've been eating here. So I've been really getting the original things over here.
I just thought of something. Have we taken you to In-N-Out?
Not yet.
Oh,
I don't
my
know
gosh.
Oh, yeah. That
Haven't
needs
been
to
there.
happen.
Oh, my gosh.
That needs to happen before you
But
leave.
one of my students went to In-N-Out, and he was just really enthusiastic. He said they were the best hamburgers he'd ever eaten. So
You know what? Maybe we'll do that tonight before we go to, have drinks in Old Town.
yeah,
That
well,
might be a good idea because,
we'll see, because I had pumpkin pie just a little while ago, and that's my favorite pie, so I don't know.
we might not
I don't
have
know.
room.
I might not have room, yeah. So
Well, we'll see. Time will tell.
yeah,
But
so you might want to tell everybody that's listening that I don't have an Italian accent because I'm actually Canadian.
Oh yeah,
You forgot to mention that.
we didn't even get to your story. We went straight into your experiences here. Well, tell me a little bit about yourself. Like, how did you end up?
How did it
out
end
there?
up? That's about end up. Well, my dad is Italian, obviously, with a name like Ana Fornari. Obviously, my dad is Italian, but I was born and raised in Canada, and I used to go back and forth to Italy all the time, visit relatives, etc. Until one day I met my husband, so I ended up staying over there, and I've been there ever since. So yeah, so I'm actually originally Canadian, Pacific Coast Canadian, so I'm kind of on the same coast as you guys. So although Canada is certainly a lot colder, so it's a little
further north. So
further north, but still on the Pacific coast. So
How did you decide to get into teaching?
Oh yeah, that was kind of accidental because when I went to Italy, I was actually a registered nurse. I had just finished nursing in Canada. I finished my 3-year training course, and I went to Italy, and I ended up staying there. And I was going to nurse, but at the time, my qualifications were not recognized by the Italian government. So I had to kind of rethink what I was going to do. And in the meantime, I had a couple of kids. And then I started getting bored. Because I kind of have to keep my mind going, So when
older, right?
Yeah, well, when the kids started going to school, I thought, okay, I'm getting bored, and so I'm just going to go back to school. So I went back to university in Italy and got my degree, and people started asking me for private lessons, in English, because in Italy, the big thing is to have a native speaker teaching you English. And that's how I sort of got it started. And then one thing led to another, and I ended up teaching.
So it's a good thing to have a native speaker. So it's a good thing that you were born in Canada and came across the country.
No, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Even though right at the beginning, some people were asking me, like, do you have a British accent? And I'm like, oh, no, I don't. I have a North American accent. Oh, no, we want a British accent. I'm like, well, actually, it doesn't really matter because you're Italian. Your accent is going to be Italian. But that's changed now. And all of my students, they go off to university and they find out that we study world Englishes now. So there's, it's not really important who you have as your teacher, just as long as, they are maybe a native speaker. We have some really, really good Italian teachers who have studied English and have become really, really fluent. And I'm working with some awesome teachers who are really, really good in English. And so obviously, consequently, my students are really good as well. And I think you haven't actually had the chance to meet some of my students, but not. Rosa has. And I have some awesome students who have very high levels in English. So that's changing, even though news reports and statistics, they say that Italy is one of the countries with the lowest level in English. In my area, I don't really think that's true. I kind of disagree with that because I think my students are very good students, at least the ones I have, and we have some very high levels, and I'm very proud of them all.
How do you think the students are going to struggle when they go over there to speak Italian? Like, I feel like most of the world wants to learn English.
Yeah, but that's true.
Learning other languages is kind of like a choice. Like, they don't offer Italian at the school that I teach at. Yeah. Japanese, Spanish, and French, but not Italian. And so, like, it's a choice almost.
Yeah. Well, there's not a lot of schools that teach Italian, actually. I don't know why. I guess it's just because other languages are more predominant. But I think that your students here won't have that much trouble because, first of all, they have an awesome teacher, Robert. And second of all of our students will be helping them because they all speak English. Mm-hmm. So I don't think they'll have too much trouble. It'll be a really good experience for them. And even if a school doesn't teach English, like you said, your school doesn't teach Italian, it doesn't really matter, because if they teach art history and history, just general history, Italy is a great place to come to for that, because we have so much art history and so much history that, you know, you don't really have to be learning Italian to come to Italy and do an exchange. Not in my opinion anyway, but, you know, that's just my opinion.
Well, how many exchanges have you done so far?
Oh, gosh. To the United States, this is my first one. And I have to thank my colleagues who have sent me here because I wasn't really expecting to come, and it just kind of happened. So I thank Lydia and Susanna and all of my teachers who said, okay, you're going to San Diego. And okay. I've been to Britain a couple of times, different places, Manchester, Cardiff, London. I've been to Amsterdam, or Rotterdam actually, and Denmark. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
How can you give me an idea of what the kids feel like when they travel? Like, I would imagine as a parent to have your kid gone for a few weeks and, you know, not really quite understand.
Nice.
Yeah, it must be nice. Partially, right? But then again, you know, you're sending them across to other countries and to stay with other families.
Well,
how do the kids fare, and how do the parents tend to feel about that?
Well, the parents, obviously, the kids that I usually accompany abroad are kids that have chosen to study languages. So they know that when they enter into this course of studies, that they will be traveling. They will usually go to each country of the language they're studying. So these kids they've come to San Diego. Last year they went to Germany, and next year they'll probably be going to France, because I think they study French, if I'm not mistaken, or possibly Spanish. I'm not sure actually. So they will go 1 week or 2 weeks to every country that they're studying. And the parents, they know this when they sign them up. Because the best way to learn a language is to actually go to that country. But it's not just the language, it's also the culture. So a big part of learning a language is also understanding the culture. And the only way you can actually live part of the culture is to be in that place.
Immerse yourself in it.
Yeah, immerse yourself in it, which could be the United States or Britain or, you know, even Australia, South Africa, Canada, any of those countries that have world English is considered a world English. They, you know, they benefit greatly from this experience.
When you get back, I heard you talking a little bit earlier about how the kids do presentations and they talk about their experiences.
Yeah.
What kind of stories do they come back with what's kind of the eye-opening experience that they get when they come back?
Well, this is my first time in the United States, so I'm quite sure that the experiences will be quite different. But usually when we get back from Britain, one of the things they talk about most of all is food. So obviously they're going to be comparing the different things that they ate, the things that they see, you know, the places they have visited, their host families, you know, if they were welcomed and if the host families looked after them and, you know, how welcoming they were. That's also a big thing as well. But most of the time it's food. That's the big thing that everybody talks about.
Before the trip, you know, the kids get antsy, they get excited, they have plans of coming over here. What kinds of things? I'm wondering because, you know, it's not only like San Diego, you're also going to end up going to Hollywood. Like there's these certain, you know, thoughts or aspirations that they have in their head of what they're going to see. Yeah. What kinds of things did you hear the kids talking about?
Well, usually, coming to the United States, they're always kind of interested in seeing things that have to do with what they've seen on television or in the movies, because that's sort of their meter, you know. So when they come here and they see that things aren't quite what they thought they were going to be, then they're a bit surprised. And oh, well, actually, they're people like us, you know, they're normal.
Wait, human beings
they're
live
human
there
beings,
too.
you know. So it's not coming to the U.S. for them is probably an eye opener that way as well, because what they think the United States is going to be like, and then what it actually is not quite the same as what they had envisioned, because what they envision is usually based on what they see on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a pretty big thing. I haven't heard very much yet, because usually kids when they come, or anybody when they go on a trip.
Oh yeah, you don't know about that.
No, what's that?
The time is 19 minutes and 25 seconds. We interrupt today's irregularly scheduled number one podcast in San Diego for a purely selfish, completely irreverent, sell-out cash grab word from our sponsor. Hernan, what are we selling today?
Fish tacos, ladies and gentlemen. Casanova Fish Tacos is one of our show sponsors. We went out last night. We took Anna to go have fish tacos at Hector's spot. He has this underground pop-up taco thing that we do once a month, and we filmed the video for our parody. Anna, what'd you think of the tacos?
Oh, the tacos were amazing. I have never had tacos that good.
Were they dinky little tacos?
No, they were quite big. In fact, I had 2 and I had 3. I had 3. Oh
and
my God.
ceviche.
Yeah, and a little bit of the ceviche. But by the time I got to that, having had 3 tacos, I couldn't eat anymore. But they were delicious. The fish was so tender and tasty.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right there. Casanova Fish Tacos. Make sure you mention the Business Bros. Let them know we sent you. That parody video is coming out very soon. We got one more scene to shoot, and then we're going to be editing and posting. So follow us on our social media pages at Business Bros Pod, so you guys can check that out. Casanova Fish Tacos. We love ya.
Fish tacos. And now, back to the number one podcast in San Diego, the Business Bros Pod.
See, you normally would have known that was coming because I give you the show rundown, but I completely forgot because it's Saturday.
Oh, that's okay.
So,
we're ad-libbing it, so it's all a surprise.
Just play it off and go. Yeah, that can never happen. But I love your face when you're like, "What the heck is that?"
Yeah, what's that? What's that?
What just happened?
Okay, so kids have great experiences here. You've had a great experience here. Now, in March, you're going to be hosting my wife.
Yeah, I will. And I'm going to have fun doing that.
So, what should she plan for? What's the weather going to be like in March?
Yeah.
What kinds of things is she going to experience that are completely unpredictable for here? Like she would never understand.
Yeah. Well, first of all, it's dinner time is not going to be at 5:30.
Here we've been eating earlier.
Well, for me, it's not so different because in Canada, we always used to eat at that time as well. But I mean, I'm not used to that anymore. But yeah. And the kids, that's what they were saying. They were saying, well, they eat so early. I said, yeah, restaurants don't even open until 7 p.m. So if we're going to go out for dinner, she's going to have to wait a little bit. And then usually if they're out all day, well, dinner time is going to be later. That's for sure. So she'll have to get a little bit used to eating later. Also, I told her not to bring sandals because it's not even going to be spring. So it's going to be end of winter and she will definitely not be wearing sandals. Bring a jacket, and she's going to have to dry her hair. Because I notice around here, you guys wash your hair and you're out and nobody dries it. And it's like, no, you're going to want to dry your hair. You might get pneumonia.
I was wondering. I was like, is it a style thing? But no, she doesn't dry her hair and she gets sick. That's no good.
You walk out and it's freezing outside.
Yeah, that's no good.
No, not here. Here is okay.
No, when she goes over there.
Over there, I mean, I don't know what the weather's going to be like because March, it's before Easter. It's still going to be cold, probably. Might be rainy. So she's just going to have to bring that clothes for that kind of weather.
What about the food?
Food. Let's see. We usually have pasta at lunch, but it depends on where they're going, what they're doing during the day. So during the day, if they're out and about all day, they'll probably be having sandwiches and stuff like here. And then in the evening, they'll have a little bit, I don't know, depends. Depends. I'm going to take her out.
I don't know. All I'm thinking is like Italy's got to have like some of the best food, wine, and olive oil, right? Like
yeah. Well, definitely she'll be going for a pizza. That's for sure. And then probably I'm going to take her to Prosecco Land and do a tour of the wineries like we did here. We went to Temecula, which was awesome. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, we did that too. That was really fun. So I'm going to do that with Rosa and take her around to Prosecco Land and teach her about Prosecco. So
Well, okay, so you brought us a bottle of wine, and you told us something very specific about that bottle of wine. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. So tell me a little bit about that.
I brought you a bottle of Prosecco, and I brought Prosecco from Valdobbiadene, which is a DOCG, because there's two kinds of Prosecco you can buy in the world. One is a DOC, which could come from anywhere, and a DOCG has to come from the Valdobbiadene area, because the G at the end of the DOC means it's guaranteed to come from that territory. And so that is the Prosecco you want to be buying. It's a little more expensive, though, unfortunately.
What do they do different?
It's not what they do different. It's the territory. We are very specific about the territory. The earth is different. It's hard to explain, because if you come to Valdobbiadene, you will see that it's a kind of a hilly land, and all the hills are covered in grapevines. And so it's the climate, it's the earth, it's the weather. It's just all of those things all together contribute to making a specific kind of grape. So yeah, we have, and actually our territory has just been declared a UNESCO site. So it is a protected site.
So nobody else can do anything, build on it or anything like that?
The DOCG is very specific to Valdobbiadene. You know, that's the kind of Prosecco you want to be drinking if you want to. And I brought you actually a particular Prosecco from a winery that only does organic wines. So I'm not sure if I can actually name the company.
Yeah, that's fine.
I can. Okay, well, I brought you a bottle from a company called Perlage, and they do just organic wines.
Organic wines, meaning they don't use pesticides.
Not the pesticides. Yeah, they've done a whole series of certifications, also certifications that are from the United States, because now you're getting into the technicalities, and I'm not really I'm not really professional about it, but if you go onto the Perlage site, they have all their certifications and everything for their sustainable wine. So I probably will be taking Rosa there for sure.
Okay, so when you came over, you brought us a bunch of snacks and stuff. The chocolates were amazing too, by the way. Liam loved them. He just chopped those things up. When Rosa goes out there, now that you've been here and you've tried a lot of things, I mean, she can't pack a taco, unfortunately, for you. But what would you, having tried a lot of things here, what would you like for us to send you when we come out? Because I know you packed your suitcase, and it's pretty packed. You're not going to fit anything else in there.
No, I can't actually. Well, that's because I went shopping at Las Americas and Marshalls. I mean, clothes are so inexpensive here. In Italy, they're very expensive. What could I? Well, maybe a bottle of your wine from Temecula is really good stuff. So, in particular, white wine. I like white wine.
Which do you have a favorite of the wineries that we went to?
Not really. They were all really nice. We had fun at all of them, so they were all good. Yeah. I don't know.
All right.
I was curious
Also
you
because
mentioned...
after like about 6 or 7 tastes,
they all started to taste really good.
They all started to taste good, So
I was wondering if there was one that you remembered while we were out there, a bottle that we could have taken for you.
Well, I like the kind that Rosa likes. What is she? She likes the Syrah.
She likes the Syrah.
The Syrah, and the Syrah is not an Italian wine, so that was a nice one. I like that. That was a red one though. And basically, I like wine. If it's good wine, I like it.
Perfect.
So I'm not like a connoisseur or anything like that. But if it's a good wine, I like it.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
I just wanted to say thank you for, coming and sharing your culture with us. And I mean, there was one night where you made us dinner, like a whole lot. What were those? The risotto? What was it?
I made a risotto alla zucca. And I used a butternut squash and to make the risotto. And then on top of the risotto, I bought some soppressa from Little Italy, but I bought it like in a thicker cut, and I cut it into little cubes, and I stir-fried it a little bit to make it crunchy. So I used soppressa instead of pancetta.
Which was really good, by the way.
Yeah.
But the whole thing was,
But before that, we also had the appetizer, and it was a little container of, well, I
Yeah,
forgot what it was
I
called.
brought a little jar of radicchio in
Radicchio.
olio. Yeah, radicchio is a kind of a red endive, and it's a vegetable that we use in salads. And I brought the radicchio from Treviso. Okay, so only our area, that area up north, grows this kind of radicchio.
And it's pickled, and it was,
Yeah.
I mean, when we took it out, it looked like little tiny octopuses, but it was so delicious.
Yeah, it's a vegetable. So usually in our area, we eat it raw in salad. It's just radicchio, but I can bring anything fresh
Produce,
across the border. So I brought you that. So, but Rosa for sure will be having fresh radicchio. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Well, hey, I wanted to say thank you for sharing your culture with us, spending the time with us.
Sure, it's been fun.
And then for letting me get rid of my wife for 2 weeks. Come March.
I don't know if you're really happy about that.
It's just gonna be me and 2 kids. We're gonna be all right.
Or you could come with her.
Oh no, that's not happening.
No. Well, when she comes back, she can tell you all about it, and maybe you might get the bug.
Maybe. That's a hard maybe, ladies and gentlemen. It's a hard maybe for me.
James is already coming over. You're coming over to Naples next year?
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's the plan. Well, you're going to have to make arrangements to come up and see me.
That's only 6 hours away, you said. Quick
Yeah, you could take
hop,
a train.
skip, and a jump on a train.
Hop a train. You'll be
Boom.
fine. Yeah.
Hop, skip, and a jump
You
on a train.
can go anywhere in Italy on the trains. Everybody complains about them being late, but actually, they're pretty handy.
I mean, you can get pretty much anywhere in Europe on the train.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
And in Italy, prices are not that bad. When you go out of Italy, the trains are a little more expensive, but in Italy, the prices are not that bad in comparison.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So then when he goes, he'll take his camera, take a lot of pictures, and I'll feel like I've already been there.
You sound
You're
like
so
my
lame.
mother.
I know,
Yeah, my
you're
mother
so
said the
lame.
same thing. My mother says, why do I have to go there? I've Googled it,
I've seen it.
I've seen it. I've Googled. I'm like,
good.
it's not quite the same thing.
Whatever, bro.
Whatever.
Let's just say that if you don't come, you don't get the fresh food.
That's true. I
Yeah.
will miss out on that food.
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to have to go to Tacos LG.
That's another. I went to Tacos LG too. That was good.
Some authentic
Yeah.
Mexican food.
Yeah, I have had authentic Mexican food. Awesome. Really
And
awesome.
we had authentic Italian.
And we did have
Well,
authentic.
one meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
well,
it's a start. I'll be out there, and I'll have more later on.
that's right.
Definitely.
All right,
Definitely.
ladies and gents, make sure you guys follow us on our Business Bros page on any other social media stuff so you guys can see that fish taco video coming up soon. Droneco.net/Business Bros is our show sponsor for today. Go there. Make sure you guys take advantage of solar. That's how you do it. Start the shopping at Droneco.net/Business Bros. We're in the insurance business, ladies and gents. If you got homeowners, live, car and auto, the same thing. Business, commercial, workers' comp, whatever it is you need, or you want to add insurance into your business, let James do the heavy lifting for you. He's got a lot of muscles. But anyways, he'll help you get set up so we can cut you guys a check. 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com is his number. Anna, thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you.
That's all we got for you guys today. Peace.
Spread positivity.
Bye-bye.
And we're out.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Oh.
All right. Bye, Facebook. Love you. Appreciate you.